However, the next day, Sarah still does not feel comfortable when Gi Jun comes to work at Solution. Gi Jun says he is here not because of her and that he will work for 3 months. If Sarah still feels uneasy, he will resign. Later, after both become less awkward, the Solution team starts working on Soo-won's divorce case. Dae-ki, a womanizer, knows many female employees at the broadcasting station and uses that to gather a lot of evidence about Jae-kook, Joo-won's husband, flirting and harassing many female colleagues at the station. Meanwhile, Yul-song hears that Sarah is the team leader defending Jae-kook's wife, and the person leading the defense is Gi Jun. Yul-song becomes curious and sends someone to learn more about this collaboration. Fortunately, Sarah finally finds information about her son Seo-yoon. It turns out the boy is on Jeju Island. She flies there immediately and goes to the house where the boy stays, but no one lets her in. Sarah waits outside until evening when the housekeeper opens the door and asks her to leave, but Sarah takes the opportunity to rush into the house and look for Seo-yoon, though she does not find him. The housekeeper tells her that if she does not leave immediately, she will call the police, and Sarah has to walk away, unaware that she is only a step away from her son because the boy is wearing headphones and watching a tablet with his teacher. Sarah returns to Seoul the next day and receives news that Jae-kook has been assaulted at his office. Sarah goes to the Solution office and sees Joo-won there talking to Gi Jun. Joo-won denies being at Jae-kook's office when the assault happened. However, Kang Bom and Dae-ki manage to get the black box footage from a popcorn truck nearby at the time of the assault. They buy a lot of popcorn and bring the video back to Solution. They watch the video together and discover that both Joo-won and Min-hee, who had accused Jae-kook of harassing her, were present at the scene when the assault occurred. Sarah confronts Joo-won about lying to them, but Joo-won says she went to her husband's office but then changed her mind and did not enter, going to the rooftop instead because she was upset. It turns out that Joo-won knew Min-hee would meet Jae-kook that day, so she went there to confront Min-hee but then did not have enough courage to go inside. Sarah lost trust in Joo-won and asked to withdraw from the case, but when Jae-suk woke up, he claimed he had been assaulted by a group of people, and Sarah realized Joo-won had been telling the truth. Yul-song met with Sarah and said they knew she was trying to find Seo-yoon. He threatened Sarah using his mother's plan to send Seo-yoon abroad as leverage in Jae-kook's case, saying if she dropped the case, he would convince his mother not to take Seo-yoon abroad. Yul-song also questioned the collaboration between Sarah and her ex-boyfriend, Gi Jun. While he was raising his voice at her, Gi Jun showed up and rescued Sarah. Later, Yul-song met with a member of his 5-member society, who said that Yul-song's father-in-law was involved in a corruption scandal and had fled, and they would not be able to change the law as planned. One day, Sarah looked at photos of Joo-won before and after their marriage and realized their marriage had issues from the start. Sarah met with Joo-won again, and Joo-won revealed to Sarah that she had also been harassed by Jae-kook, and after getting pregnant, she married Jae-kook. The message Joo-won posted online was fake because she didn't want her daughter to be known as the child of a corrupt person. Now, Joo-won deeply regrets that public opinion has shifted to favor Jae-kook and label Min-hee as a homewrecker. Sarah says that Joo-won must bring Jae-wook's harassment to light, but Joo-won refuses because she doesn't want Soo-ji to suffer anymore. Meanwhile, Jae-kook accuses Min-hee of assaulting him. Gi Jun watches the news video and sees a drone operating near the building. Luckily, he knows the group using the drone and goes with Sarah to meet them. The guy tries to escape, but Gi Jun and Sarah finally catch him after a struggle. They take the video from him and check it, finding out Joo-won is indeed on the rooftop, and Min-hee, although she approaches the building, does not enter. So, Jae-kook is lying. At the end of the workday, Joo-won's story makes Sarah remember her own past story. The reason she didn't run away with Gi Jun before their wedding day was because she was pregnant with Yul-song. The next day, Kang Bom and Dae-ki come to report that Chael had set up Jae-kook by bribing Min-hee's lawyer to arrange for her to go to his office that day to settle things. Luckily, Min-hee feels something is off and does not go inside. Joo-won is also there and kneels down to apologize to Min-hee. Although Min-hee does not want to forgive Joo-won, Sarah suggests they collaborate to bring to light the terrible things Jae-kook has done. Joo-won meets with Jae-kook at the hospital and pressures him to admit to coercion 18 years ago, as he is still pretending to be innocent. Min-hee enters and says they will both accuse him in court. Jae-kook drops his mask, revealing his coercion of both. Joo-won secretly records the entire scene and sends it to Sarah. She and Gi Jun go to Chael and use the video to make them withdraw from the lawsuit related to Jae-kook. Afterward, Dae-ki and Kang Bom go to the hospital where Jae-kook is being treated, pretending to be a doctor and a nurse. they manage to bring to the rooftop. There, Ju-won and Min-hee push his wheelchair close to the railing, and fearing death, he quickly jumps down, revealing that Jae-kook is not injured at all. It turns out the hospital also has connections with Chael and had faked his injury assessment. Of course, afterward, Ju-won and Min-hee win their lawsuits, and Ju-won and her daughter move abroad, leaving the unpleasant matters behind. Right after Sarah calls to congratulate them, a new client comes to solution. To her surprise, it is Yeol-song's new wife, Han Ji-jin. Since Han Ji's father is caught in a corruption scandal, Yeol-song and Chael no longer use his power and quickly file for a divorce from Han Ji-in. Han Ji-in accidentally hears about this and comes to solution, but Sarah does not want to get involved and asks Ji-in to leave. Ji-in says that before Yeol-song, she was married and divorced because she couldn't have children. She believes only Sarah can help her, and Yeol-song has her weakness and will use it to threaten her in the divorce. It turns out someone secretly recorded Han Ji-in while she was with her ex-lover, and she receives blackmail messages from an anonymous number threatening to release the video online if she doesn't pay. Ji-in suspects Yeol-song knows about this and uses it to force her to sign the divorce papers. This is because Chael has a database with secrets of various officials, and Ji-in's video might be one of them. Because Ji-in's father is in legal trouble, she dares not go to the police and only seeks help from Solution, as no law firm dares to confront Chael. Sarah remains firm in her refusal until Ji-in promises to help her find Seo-yeon's contact information in the USA. Yeol-song quickly finds out Ji-in has gone to the Solution office and later meets Sarah. He tells her to stay away from his and his new wife's business. However, his arrogant attitude makes Sarah more determined to help Ji-in. The next day, Ji-in comes, and they start analyzing Ji-in's marital situation with Yeol-song. They know if Ji-in divorces Yeol-song, she won't get any assets because everything in Chael are in his mother's name. The first task is to get the hard drive with Chael's database to find out what weakness Yeol-song knows about Ji-in. The second task is to find the blackmailer and destroy the original video he has of Ji-in. Sarah goes to Chael's office with Ji-jun, using the excuse of meeting Yeol-song so Ji-jun can sneak into his office and steal the hard drive. When Ji-jun finds the hard drive, he accidentally turns on the light, causing Yeol-song to get up and check. Luckily, Sarah quickly makes an excuse to adjust his clothes, pretending to still have feelings for him, which completely distracts Yeol-song and allows Ji-jun to successfully take the hard drive. They upload the data to a computer but do not find any video data about Ji-in. Sarah realizes that Yeol-song was just bluffing Ji-in with threats. That day, Solution welcomes a new employee named Jang Hee-jin. Meanwhile, Yeol-song and his mother are eager to speed up the divorce with Ji-in so he can represent a party, run for election and change the law. He can't contact Ji-in, so he sends someone to kidnap her. Yeol-song's people go to Ji-in's house, but Sarah is there waiting for Ji-jun to give legal advice to Ji-in. They mistake her for Ji-in and take her instead. Ji-jun immediately follows the kidnapper's car and finally stops them, helping Sarah escape. However, the kidnappers drive away before they can call the police, but they manage to remember the license plate, and Ji-jun calls Kang Bom to investigate. Meanwhile, Ji-in continues to be blackmailed for money, and the blackmailer arranges to meet her at a cafe. The Solution team goes there to rescue her. When the blackmailer realizes he's been trapped, he runs away, and the whole team chases him. However, when Dae-ki almost catches him, he panics at seeing his face. Moreover, the chase disrupts the cafe's kitchen, and the owner is very angry with the team. Just then, CEO Jang Mi arrives with a truck full of premium flour to compensate him. When they return to the office, Dae-ki still looks shocked, making Kang Bom puzzled. Dae-ki tells Sarah privately that he wants to handle the blackmailer himself, suggesting there's a special connection between him and the man. That night, Yeol-song visits Ji-in again to pressure her into signing the divorce papers. Ji-in is no longer afraid of him because she knows he doesn't have any video. But now, he offers a new condition: he will help save her father if she signs the divorce papers. At that moment, Sarah arrives and reminds Ji-in that she should only sign the divorce papers if Yeol-song formally apologizes and provides full compensation. Meanwhile, Dae-ki finds the blackmailer, who turns out to be his brother who left home a year ago. At that time, Dae-ki had terminal cancer, and his brother promised to undergo a transplant to save him but disappeared on the day of the surgery, leading to their mother's death from grief. Dae-ki is devastated to learn his brother not only abandoned him and their family but is now engaging in blackmail. When his brother tries to leave, Dae-ki uses a knife to force him to lead him to his accomplice's hideout and uses a hammer to destroy their hard drives, unaware they have another one. Dae-ki intends to punish them but, thinking of him as his brother, spares them and tells his brother to never see him again. However, as soon as Dae-ki leaves, Secretary Jang appears and approaches Dae-ki's brother's accomplices. She turns out to be a spy planted by Yeol Song to gather information on the solution team. She had been tracking Dae-ki and managed to get a copy of the hard drive, which includes the video of Ji-in.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more videos like this.